everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my pet channel. So today you guys have been waiting for this. I keep getting asked to do the second part to reacting to my subscribers' guinea pig enclosures, and I am going to make this like a series, but I didn't want to do every single video of me reacting, so these reaction videos are going to be pieced in between other types of pet videos as well. So yes, I will keep doing these videos until I do not want to do them anymore. So yes, you can continue to send your enclosures in if you'd like, but I already have 40 emails that I'm going through right now, so I can't promise that your enclosure will be in one of these videos, but I will try my best. So if you haven't seen the first part, I recommend watching that one first. You kind of get an idea of how these videos go. And if you're wondering where I got the decor for my guinea pig enclosure, my last video I decorated my guinea pig enclosure for Valentine's Day, so that is what this decor is. So make sure to go check those out. And also I wanted to say I apologize if you hear water noises in the background. I do have my hermit crab enclosure in this room now, and their hot tubs make a lot of noises, so I apologize for that, but unfortunately you're just gonna get some type of background noise sometimes. So if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Alyssa. I have two guinea pigs named Mocha and Latte, two males back here. They're my life. I love them so much. They're the best guinea pigs ever. And this video is in no way me trying to spread hate or for me to send anybody to attack these people that sent in their enclosures. And I also wanted to say that this video is for critiquing people's enclosures. So I had a couple people get mad saying that I was critiquing these enclosures, which the whole point of these videos are to criticize and critique the enclosures. I don't know why you're here if you're gonna get mad about it. All of the people that I reacted to their enclosures were pretty nice and happy about it, and I'm not doing this to attack anybody in any way. This is just a fun video. And yes, most of the enclosures that were shown in the last video were really great enclosures, and yes, I did just give advice on little additional things, and that's just because I'm trying to give anything I can to help somebody even if they do have a great enclosure. So just because I'm like, hey, maybe you should add some toys, does not mean I'm attacking anybody in any way, so I just wanted to keep that in mind. These types of videos are just for fun and to help people learn. Maybe you'll get shouted out in a YouTube video, I don't know. So let's just go ahead and get started because these videos are long and I have a lot of enclosures. I'm gonna try to do about 10 to 15 enclosures each video. I did 10 the last video, so I'm at least gonna try to do 10 today. So the first person I'm reacting to, and if I'm looking down here, it's just because I'm looking at my laptop, we have April Pinto, or Pinto, sorry if I said your name wrong. So it says, sorry for the mess, this is only temporary. I'm going to make it bigger and I'm going to get a ramp where they can go up. I'm going to make it a 3x5 or maybe a 3x6. I have 3 guinea pigs, but these are their cages for now. Also, I really hope I'm in the video. Well, congratulations, you are in the video. So we only have one picture, so I'm just gonna be reacting off the one picture that I am seeing here. So yeah, it is definitely messy. Maybe it would have been a better idea to clean it up before you sent in a picture of the enclosure because, I mean, yeah, obviously I'm gonna say it looks pretty messy, but it looks like you have like bath mats as bedding. I can't really tell because it looks like those really soft bath mats. Make sure that your bedding is completely covering the puppy pads that I see, because if guinea pigs ingest puppy pads, it could be really dangerous for them because there are some toxic things inside of the puppy pads that are not good for guinea pigs to digest. So make sure whatever you're putting on top of the puppy pads are on top of them and not like halfway on top of them, if that makes any sense. But it also doesn't look like you have a ramp going to the top yet, so I'm not even gonna really look at the top part. The bottom part is definitely big enough for 3 guinea pigs, but since you're making it bigger, that's definitely a lot better. It's really hard to see what is actually happening in this picture, I'm not gonna lie. I would just get rid of that little like hay rack food bowl thing that you have because it's just not nearly enough hay for 3 guinea pigs to share. I would just get a little like cat litter box or cat hay bag. I would just get like a box, like whether it be coroplast, cardboard, hay bag, or anything like that, and just fill it with tons of hay that they can eat throughout the day, and maybe put their pellets in that little hay thing that you have. It looks like they have some toys hooked to the side, which is pretty nice, and you do have some hay across the floor, and you also have a little igloo, and it looks like you have a bunch of like little fleece forest things underneath where they can hide, which is really nice. From this picture, all I see is one food bowl, so maybe get another food bowl since there is 3 of them, just so they don't have to fight over the one food bowl. But other than that, maybe just keep it a little bit cleaner. I know it's kind of hard with guinea pigs I'm just really like anal about my enclosure and I like to have it clean literally all the time. But maybe try different types of bedding. It looks like you're literally just using like a comforter. I would try maybe actual fleece or just use all bath mats instead of like a comforter because that's not very absorbent. Try to use bedding that is absorbent. But other than that, it's definitely big enough, but it's really great that you are making it bigger. So thank you, April, for sending in your enclosure. I'm gonna put my laptop right here so we get a little bit of a better angle here. So the next person we have is from Alicia Lambert. And they wrote a really long paragraph, so I'm gonna try to only read the stuff that is important for the video. So this is from Alicia, who is 25 and lives in Germany. She adopted these girls back in September of 2020. The brown one is called Winnie and her sister, the gray one, is called Piglet after Winnie the Pooh. They're about 6 months old and they brought me so much happiness. So let's go ahead and look at the pictures we have here. So first of all, your guinea pigs are absolutely adorable. I love their colors and I love their fur. Literally so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. Looks like we have your bedding as like bath mats, absorbent bath mats, which is really nice. And it looks like we have, I can't tell if it's like real plants or pine. I don't know if you said it in the paragraph or not. At the moment, I have a roof made out of branches that I cut for my Christmas tree. Like they have little chew toys and it looks like they have a big like floor area that they can play in every single day. So yeah, the enclosure itself is definitely kind of small for 2 guinea pigs, but since you let them play on the floor pretty much all the time, that's fine for them to just sleep in and hang out in when you're not home. I really like the idea that you made that little like Christmas tree pine area for them. That's really cute. Looks like you have a little like wooden hay thing, which is really nice. I really like the way that looks, and that wooden corner little hut looks really cool as well. Looks like you have fleece for bedding. You got a little fleece forest over there, which is pretty cool with a little tube. Got a little hay tunnel and everything. So you definitely have like everything they need. She said in the paragraph that she wrote to me that her guinea pigs don't really drink from water bowls or water bowls very much, and the vet told them that that was okay because they get the water from vegetables. And that is true. They do get their water from vegetables. So if your pigs are really picky about not drinking from water bowls or water bottles, maybe try different kinds of water bottles. Maybe they're just not liking the one that you got them. But if you just give them really watery vegetables every day, it should be completely fine. If they're having normal poops and everything, I wouldn't really worry about it. As you can see, probably can see him drinking over here. My guinea pigs drink all the freaking time. So I feel like I can't really give you advice because I've never really had that issue. But if the vet said it was okay and they're having normal poops and everything like that, I wouldn't really worry about it. Their enclosure is definitely big enough. I mean, it looks really nice. I like that you have like the plastic cubes instead of like the actual cubes because that makes it a lot safer for them. They have toys, they have hidey holes. I mean, they pretty much have everything that they need and they have tons of floor time. So I really like your enclosure. I think it's really nice. And you have a hay ball where you hide pea flakes in, which is really nice for like a foraging toy. But yeah, I don't really see any issues. I mean, maybe in the future if you want to make their enclosure a little bit bigger, but I mean, it's not even really that small right now. So I really like it and they seem really spoiled and they're absolutely adorable. So thank you so much, Alicia, for sending in your enclosure. I love your piggies and you're doing great. Next we have pictures from Ashley Harvill. So she said that her and her boyfriend built this for her pigs a couple months ago. They made the base from plywood and then lined it with coroplast. They added the marble contact paper so it would be a bit more attractive. The enclosure is 8 feet by 3 feet, which is great. Their bedding is dog pee pads at the bottom and then fleece on the top. They have a hay rack and we chose to use a water bowl. Gray and white guinea pig is Bailey and the black one is Kika. And the black one is pronounced Kiaka. It's Hawaiian for person of shadows. That's a cool name. Both 3 years old and living their best life. So awesome. Let's check out the photos. I really like that you obviously put a lot of thought and handmade this yourself. It is huge. The enclosure is huge. I love the marble contact paper that you did. I think it looks really nice actually. I'm surprised your guinea pigs don't actually chew on the sides of that enclosure because mine definitely would. But I really like the aesthetic of it. It makes it look really nice. It does look pretty bare on the inside. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I would just add a little bit more, maybe because it's like just really clean in there. And I personally, I don't know, I'm surprised you are able to keep the water bowls clean like that because my guinea pigs make their water bowls messy in like 2 minutes. So if you can try maybe some water bottles, it may be a little bit easier for you, but if the water bowls work, then that's fine. Maybe get like some heavy duty Velcro to hook it to the sides of your cage since you don't really have an area for it. I would add maybe some type of like overhang that they can hide under and like maybe make like a fleece forest or something like that to have them, to give them a little bit more things to do in their enclosure because it looks like they only have like 2 2 or 3 little beds to just sleep in, and that's about it. Maybe try making like a big pile of hay by your little hay rack thing that you have, just so they can like run around in the hay, because I know personally my guinea pigs really like to run in through the hay and really play around with the hay. I think it's really fun for them. Or maybe buy those cool little like hay tunnels that you could put, that they can run through the tunnel to get from side to side. I feel like that's something that would really fill up that space really nicely. But I mean, other than that, the enclosure is huge. I mean, you could fit multiple piggies in that enclosure, and it looks really nice. You did a really great job at building it. I would just add more to it. Oh, now I can see in the corner you have that blue tunnel. So what I would do is I would just take that blue tunnel and I would maybe like put it throughout the middle in front of that strawberry hut, where they can just like run through it to get to the other side. My piggies would absolutely love that. So maybe that's something that you could try with the little tunnel that you have. But other than that, it looks really great, and you're doing great. Your guinea pigs look very happy. All right, next we have some pictures from Noelle. My 2 piggies, Coffee and Caramel, are boys. I'm allergic to hay, so they eat orchard grass hay. Their cage is 16 feet, which is an 8x2, which is great size. So let's take a look at it. It looks like we have a top view here, and looks like we're using Guinea Dad liners, which is personally my favorite, so that looks awesome. Looks like you have a bunch of these little like wooden Guinea Tad houses, which I know my pigs personally love, and it looks like you have a little castle as well, which is really nice. We have some tubes, we have a little hay mat they can chew on, a water bottle. Looks like we got 2 water bowls. Looks like your dog is really enjoying looking at your guinea pigs. My dog does the same thing as well when he is allowed in this room. That is adorable, the way that they are looking at each other. Your pigs are so cute. Looks like we got a lot of chew toys hanging around the sides. The cute little Christmas bed that I also got from Five Below. Pigs are literally so adorable, and I love that little hanging bed that you have for them. So I mean, yeah, your enclosure is definitely big enough. Like, you don't have to worry about not having enough space, because that is definitely huge. They could probably run back and forth in between them. Maybe just add another water bottle. I'm always just someone, even if your guinea pigs are females or males, to just have a water bottle per pig, especially if you only have 2, just because you're not filling up the water bottle as much because you have 2 of them and they'll never fight over them. I just feel like it's a lot easier. You don't have to fill them up as much. But I really like your enclosure. It looks like your pigs are super happy. I really like the way that it is decorated, and I like that you have a bunch of little tidy houses for them. Maybe if you want to, you can add like some beds or something like that. Instead of like having the cardboard houses underneath the pockets, you could add some nice fluffy beds in there or something, but that is totally up to you. Everything looks great. I don't really have that much of a critique, to be honest. So thank you, Noelle, for sending in your enclosure. Next, we have some pictures from Claudia Hill. So they have 2 guinea pigs named Pumpkin and Popcorn. Love the names. They are brothers and they're 15 weeks old. They live together in a hutch outdoors, which is inside a shed in the winter, which is insulated, and moved out in the summer. They have a hutch cover for the colder nights and rainy days. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the pictures. Well, first of all, they are so tiny and adorable. I miss when my guinea pigs were that small. Mine aren't even a year old yet, but they literally are so big now compared to when I first got them. I love the black-haired one. So cute. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know much about hutches and everything like that. I haven't done too much research on outdoor guinea pig enclosures, just because here in Georgia, I know I would not be able to have an outdoor enclosure unless it was in a shed that had like air and heat and everything like that. I've read a lot of yays or nays about enclosures and depending on where you live, but you did say that it was insulated, and I would just say make sure that it is always the right temp at all times, which it seems like you do know that, but just make sure that they're not too cold or too hot or anything like that, depending on what the weather is like from where you're from. But it looks like a pretty big hutch, so it's not super small. It looks like you have tons of hay to insulate a lot of the beds and everything like that. It looks like you have 2 food bowls, you have a bunch of hay. It looks like they're on like wood shavings, I think is what that looks like to me. Looks like they have some chew toys in a huge hay rack. So I mean, it's hard to tell from the pictures because you didn't really take pictures from like the front side of the hutch, so it's hard to really tell what it actually looks like on the inside because I'm only seeing pictures of like little areas. So I mean, it looks nice from the outside, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really know too much about outdoor hutch enclosures or anything like that. It definitely looks big enough. Looks like they have all the necessities that they need, but I didn't get too many pictures to be able to really tell what you actually have on the inside. But your guinea pigs are super cute. Just keep in mind that they always need to be at the right temperature, so if it's ever too cold or too hot, just make sure that you bring them inside. Thank you, Claudia, for sending in your enclosure. You're actually the first outdoor enclosure that I have seen. We have an email from Avery. Hi, my name is Avery. I'm 11. My birthday is March 25th and I live in Georgia. Nice, I live in Georgia as well. They have 2 girl guinea pigs. The dark one is Gracie and the light one is Maggie, and every day they get 1.5, I believe, cups of veggies. It wasn't elaborated whether it was cups or not. So here is the enclosure. It's actually pretty interesting because instead of it being a square like most of the ones you see, it's actually a circle, which is pretty interesting. And for you being only 11 years old, this is a really great enclosure. Most kids your age are not well known in taking care of guinea pigs at all. So good for you on having at least the right size. Looks like they're on some fleece and towels, which is great. And it also looks like there's another type of bedding underneath to make sure that it doesn't seep onto your carpet, which is really great. It looks like we have a top area. I'm not gonna lie, that ramp looks a little steep, and there's also nothing on the sides of the ramp to catch them, so if they fall off, they're gonna fall straight onto the ground. So if you're gonna keep that ramp, I would put some siding on it so they cannot fall off while they're walking up, and I would also add something that helps them with traction to be able to get up the ramp better, because it does look a little steep to me, especially since they have to go up to the top to be able to get their hay. I would make sure that it's a lot safer because they have to get up there to be able to eat. I personally would just put the hay on the bottom of the enclosure just so they don't have to go all the way up there to get their hay, or make sure that there's hay on the top and bottom so they have options, because top part is a little small and I would hate for them to be too scared to go up there to get it. So make sure that there's hay on the top and bottom. I like that you made little hidey houses out of cardboard. I think that is really nice. Looks like you have 3 water bottles, which is really nice, and they're huge water bottles as well. You have a lot of little chew toys in there, tons of little hidey holes. It looks like you have maybe some type of bed underneath a little ramp, and you have a little wooden house full with hay down there, so that's awesome. They are so cute. I don't know how they got on top of that little wooden house, but that is so cute. So I see on that plate that they just have some carrots, so if your 1.5 of veggies is just carrots on a plate, then that is definitely not good enough. I don't know if that's what you're actually doing, but carrots for guinea pigs every single day is actually not what you're supposed to do. Carrots are really too high in sugar. You're only supposed to give them carrots maybe once or twice a week. So do a lot of research on what vegetables you should give, and you need to give a variety of different types of vegetables, not just carrots. You need to give greens, bell pepper, carrots every once in a while, fruit every once in a while. Make sure to look up a list of what to give and not just give carrots every single day, because that's definitely not what you're supposed to do. Looks like they have a little hay bin down there at the bottom, which is nice. I would just fill it with a lot more hay than what you have inside of there. And it's really funny that they just hide underneath that little wooden house that you made. But your guinea pigs are super cute, and for your age, you are doing a really great job. Like I said, just make sure that you're actually giving them the veggies that they need and not just carrots, because from that picture, it just looked like you were only feeding carrots a day, and I would hope that's not the case. But other than that, you're doing a really, really great job, and yeah, it's definitely a perfect size for 2 piggies. All right, next we have a picture from Brooklyn Walker. It says Ebony's cage. I don't know if that's how you say her name. It's 26 inches by 57 inches, and she does have a brother. He's just not old enough to get neutered yet, and then after he's neutered, they will be together. Well, that's awesome that you separated them, so you're not having any babies. So it looks like we just have 1 picture here. So it's definitely big enough for 1 piggy, and I'm turning my head to the side because I can't rotate the picture and it's hard to see what it looks like. I really like the decor you have on the outside of the enclosure, like the little vines and everything, but I do have to say this enclosure is very bare. While you do have great bedding and everything like that, I would add some maybe like little tunnels or beds or little like cardboard hidey houses like in the previous pictures of other enclosures. Something like that to give her a little bit more to do since she is by herself right now. I like the little fleece canopy that you have in the corner. That is great for her to hide under. I like that you have a hay bag so she has something to eat from that is safe. You're using the right kind of bedding, of course. I would get a water bottle instead of a water bowl, but if you can keep the water bowl clean, then it's completely up to you. I just recommend water bottles because it just keeps the water cleaner. Maybe add some more foraging toys or something like that. Maybe get a like hay ball and like put some treats in it or something like that, just to give her a little bit more to do, because it doesn't look like there's much for her to do at the moment since she is alone. But once you add another piggy in there, she's definitely going to be a lot happier being able to play with him. So you're doing a great job. Maybe just add a little bit more in the enclosure for some more enrichment. All right, next we have an email from Marissa Syme or Sim. I don't know how you say your name. They have 2 males named Soul and Ace. Soul and Ace used to be bonded and they lived together, but about 6 months ago, the bond was broken. Aw, that sucks. They got into a fight, each had bitten each other, and in the process of separating them, I also got bitten. Okay, I just took a lunch break, so if my makeup's kind of like smeared off now, it's just because I was just eating, but So back to where we were. Basically, this person had 2 guinea pigs. They fought, and now they have to separate them into 2 different enclosures, but they have 2 Midwest enclosures that are right beside each other, so the pigs can still see each other, but they can't fight, which is a great thing to do. Keep in mind, guys, this is always something that could happen. You could get 2 guinea pigs as like babies and raise them. Like even mine, it could happen any single day, and you have the space for those pigs, but they may fight and you have to buy a whole nother enclosure for your other pigs. So just keep that in mind. That's something that may happen to you. It happens to a lot of people. So let's check out these pictures here. She said that one pig is in a Midwest and then the other pig is in another Midwest, and that they're next to each other so they can see each other. They have the attachment where one side is just full of hay, which is great. So from this picture, it looks like we have some fleece liners. She said she made the fleece liners herself, which is a great idea. I really like that like Halloween pumpkin one. I kind of want that for myself. Looks like your pig has a food bowl. I cannot see a water bowl or water bottle, but it could just be off the picture, and there are some more pictures to look at. And we have a little hay tunnel, and what's a really cool little toy you made is that she took a toilet paper roll and she stuffed some hay inside of the toilet paper roll. So if you guys can't afford to get foraging toys, that's a great idea. Get a toilet or paper towel roll, stuff it with hay, stuff it with treats, so they really have to forage through it and work to get their treats out of it, which is just a great idea. Your guinea pigs are super adorable. And here is the other one with some more fleece liners. We got a little igloo hut food bowl. We got a little canopy area with some hay and everything, and there we do have a water bottle. So I mean, it definitely looks like your pigs have everything you need. That picture of them sleeping on the little canopy bed is so cute. I want to get one of those beds for my guinea pigs as well. And I really like that they can still see each other through the cage, and they also said that they do put the lid on their enclosures when she is not in the room, just in case something ever happens. So Midwest are great for a single guinea pig. I don't ever recommend, of course, to have only one guinea pig, but if there's ever a situation like this and you need 2 Midwest, I think it's a great cheap alternative if you don't want to build a CNC. So thank you, Marissa, for sending in your enclosure. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. Guinea pigs fighting is actually a very scary thing, but I'm glad that you're safe and I'm glad that your guinea pigs are happy. All right, next we have Mclean. They have one piggy named Noodle. She's 2 years old. She is alone. She chews on everything. She lives in a Midwest cage. The reason why she is alone is because her friend that she was with died suddenly from bloat, and not too long after, Noodle got an upper respiratory infection. That was in August of 2019, but around February of last year, I tried to get a piggy from Petco, and of course I accidentally got a male, and she luckily didn't get pregnant, which that's always a terrifying thing I see of people when they realize that their guinea pig is pregnant, so I'm glad that she didn't end up getting pregnant. But since then, she has never showed any signs of depression, which isn't a valid excuse, but I feel like Noodle would be very dominant since she's been on her own for so long. There is a guinea pig rescue about 4 hours from me that I've been looking into. I don't want a baby pig because I feel like Noodle would bully her, but I would have to either get a CNC cage or another Midwest if I got another one. So yeah, that is something that I would definitely consider though. There are a lot of great rescues that will try to bond your guinea pig with the guinea pigs that they have at their rescue. So definitely try to look into it. Obviously, I know it's hard when one of your pigs passes away and you have to find your other pig a friend. If that's something that I ever have to do in the future, I'm going to be really upset, but I know that's something that kind of happens when you have 2 guinea pigs. I would definitely look into it though, because just because your pig is not showing signs of depression does not mean that they're not lonely. I mean, humans like can be majorly depressed like when they're in their rooms or by themselves, but out in public you never know that they're depressed. It's the same thing with pigs. I would definitely look into getting another pig. Definitely don't get one from a pet store. Try to get one from like a rescue and that absolutely knows what their breed is and that absolutely knows if they're a boy or a girl, and try to bond them, because there are really a lot of great rescues out there that will help you get through it. So as you said, she is in a Midwest, which is fine for a single piggy, of course. So let's go ahead and look at these pictures. First of all, she's absolutely adorable. I can't tell what kind of bedding your pig is on. I think it's Carefresh, which is fine. Personally, I just feel like loose bedding is just really messy in my opinion. That's why I do fleece, but that's just like a personal preference. So you're doing fine on the bedding. The little zebra canopy is really cute. It looks like she's running through the little tubing that you have, which is really funny. You got some hanging chew toys. It looks like you're also using hay as bedding as well. That's super cute pictures. You have a treat dispenser where she has to find her way through the treat, which to get to the treat, that's really cool. Toys that are usually neatly spread out but aren't because it's Noodle. That is such a mood. I will spread like my guinea pig stuff like away from each other and they end up just pushing everything to the middle of the enclosure, so I totally understand you on that one. Looks like you're feeding the right type of hay. It looks like you have like a little hay container, so that's good. Looks like you have a water bottle bottle and a little wooden house for her. Also a hay bag, which is nice. You have 2 different hay things for her. I mean, it looks like you're definitely doing everything right for her. I mean, obviously I would look into getting another guinea pig, and if you get another guinea pig, obviously get a bigger enclosure. But just think about it. If that's something that you can afford and that you can do, I promise your pig will be so much happier if you can get her a friend. And I apologize that your other guinea pig passed away, because I know that's probably something that is really hard to go through. But thank you for sending in your enclosure. Noodle is adorable. All right, so now we have one more enclosure left for this video. So this is from McKenna Shepherdson. Okay, so she sent 2 emails. This one says, here's my guinea pig in her cage. Yes, I know I need 2, and I'm trying to get one this week. I mean, definitely let me know if you got another one, because you obviously need 2 of them. But it looks like we have an enclosure that's really tall and is like not cubes, but it's like the up and down ones, which are fine as well. I totally forgot what I was saying right there, but looks like we have a little liner with a pocket in it, which is really cute. We've got a little hay ball, a hay rack. I would totally get rid of that hay rack, because their head could get caught in between those little slits of that wooden hay rack. So if you're gonna use that, cut one of those slits out so they can't get their head stuck, or get a hay bag or a box and just fill that with hay. Looks like we have a water bottle, and we have a little litter area. I don't really know what that area is because we only have one picture, but I don't know what the point of that is. To be honest, you don't have any hay on it or anything like that, so I don't know if you're trying to litter train them. It's kind of almost impossible to litter train guinea pigs, because I don't really know what kind of bedding you actually have in that thing. So I would just take out whatever you have in that little corner litter box and just stuff it full of hay so she would actually use it. And I would also add maybe like a tunnel or something that she can run through, or maybe like a little fleece canopy thing to hang in the corner so she can go underneath that, so she can hide under something, because it doesn't look like she has much room to feel safe and secure. She has that one little bed, but I personally actually have that bed myself, and it's not very big, so they can't really feel very safe inside of it. So it looks really nice. I mean, neat. It's very neat. But I would just look into maybe adding a couple more things, and obviously another guinea pig. But she is really cute. I love that picture of her just like looking at the camera. And her other email said that her cage is a 3x3, and her name is Coco, and she wants another girl this week. So I don't know, this was on January 9th, so I don't know if you ever ended up getting another pig, but if you did, definitely comment and let me know, and maybe send in another enclosure picture once you get another one. But thank you for sending in your enclosure. So yeah, that was like 10 more enclosures for this video. Like I said, I will continue to make these videos if you guys like them. Once again, these videos are not for me to spread hate or to be rude. It's just to give constructive criticism. I know that my enclosures are not perfect. I know that everything I do as a guinea pig owner is not perfect, but I know I do well enough that my pigs are happy and healthy, and I want to educate other people who don't really know much about pigs and end up getting them for some reason, to give their pigs better lives, because they're very misunderstood animals that should be treated way better than they are. If there's any other guinea pig videos that you would like to see, then definitely let me know. I do want to do a video on how I bonded with my guinea pigs and how I cut their nails and stuff like that. So if that's something that you want to see, then definitely let me know. I will be doing everyday pet routines and all of that stuff as well. But if you have any specific type of video that you would like to see from me, definitely let me know. I do also get a lot of people asking me to react to rat enclosure videos, and that's not something I'm going to do right now, mainly because I haven't had my rats for that long, and I want to learn way more about them than I do before I start giving other people advice. The only reason why I give advice on guinea pigs is because I've had them for a while now, so I've learned a lot about them. Rats I've only had for a couple months, and while I take pretty good care of them, I want to learn the most about them before I educate other people. So here is Mocha. You guys always ask to see them. This is just the one that I was able to grab real fast. If you guys have watched my previous videos, my other pig Latte used to bite me every single time I would pick him up, and now he doesn't bite me at all. So we're working on progress with that one. But Mocha is a really, really good boy. They both let me cut their nails now. I want to, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other video requests, like I said, then just feel free to comment down below. All of my other social medias are down below as well if you'd like to check me out there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.